The self-destruction from which we now try to extricate ourselves, as I said previously, was fueled largely by the circulation of disinformation. In my own case, sometime after the 1979 riots, lies circulated in Monrovia that I was read by then President William Tolbert and his wife, Mrs. Victoria Tolbert, a privileged country boy, a beneficiary of elitism and the privileged class in the Liberian society. Interesting. Two now deceased cabinet ministers of the Tolbert government claimed this information got around in the immediate aftermath of the April 14, 1979 riot at one of the cabinet meetings. Not only did I discount the aspersion, I assured the curious ministers there was not an iota of truth to this fabrication, and that perhaps the purveyor of this slander could only be indulging in self-adulation. In the wake of the April 12, 1980 coup, this big lie resurfaced, this time with such venom that it not only almost cost my life, but gravely affected for some time the conduct and operation of the PRC government in the immediate aftermath of the 1980 military coup d'etat, an example of the destructiveness of negative impact of lies, or of a lie in this case. Almost 3 decades later, to my greatest astonishment, I will read in a book titled Lifted Up, the Victoria Tolbert Story, written by Victoria Anna David Tolbert, in which will be considered, the book itself will be considered, an autobiography. It was an autobiography. In this book, Mrs. Tolbert shamelessly wrote, and I quote, "Two members of those cabinets, Dr. Kate Bryant and Dr. George Boley, came to visit me. On behalf of their colleagues, they presented me a birthday gift of $500. Dr. George Boley was reared by my husband and me, and we facilitated his education. In our time of trouble, he completely turned his back on us." That's in page 165 of the book titled Lifted Up, the Victoria Tolbert Story. No lie, ladies and gentlemen, could be bigger, nor told by anyone supposedly bigger. Either Mrs. Victoria Tolbert, now deceased, had taken leave of her senses, or she was claiming credit for someone she never knew. This kind of insanity by supposed leaders in the Liberian society is responsible in no small way, in no small measure, for where Liberia finds itself today.